Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Garden Turns. So today is Friday, and in this video we're going to be making some chicken egg fouillon with gravy and rice. And then also I'm going to make a citrus cucumber salad, which should be really nice. So first, what you're going to need here is I have 3 chicken thighs. Now this is going to be way more than enough chicken for me and my husband for 2 egg fouillon, but you can also have a little bit extra just because you might want some baked chicken. So I'm going to do 3 chicken thighs. So to my chicken thighs, I want to add some green goddess seasoning, probably about half of a teaspoon. And this is the green goddess seasoning. I don't know if I've shown you guys the bottle, but this is Trader Joe's green goddess seasoning. And then I want to add a little bit of garlic powder, about a half teaspoon. About a half teaspoon of onion powder. And I want to add a pinch of salt. Some black pepper. Let me see. I have the one that you have to like grind to get out. And I have the other one. I did buy black pepper. So let me grab my black pepper. Okay. Make sure that these are not open. Add about a teaspoon of black pepper. And then I have some black soy sauce. This is not really that salty. This is actually really sweet. And I'm going to add about a tablespoon. And then I'm going to add about half of a teaspoon of sesame oil. And then I am going to mix this together here. Make sure you get some on the skin. Like if you just wanted some chicken salad and you made an extra chicken thigh, see what I mean? Like you can make 3. We may use it. I'm just thinking because, you know, like to make a nice egg fouillon, you might need about 1.5 maybe. I don't know. All right, so I have my pan here. I'm just going to add my chicken to my pan. And I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. I'm going to get that turned around. So just dump your chicken out. All right, y'all, this is gonna go in my oven until it's finished. And then we're gonna use this chicken to make chicken egg fouillon. Okay, so I'm gonna baste my chicken just one time. This is for my egg fouillon here. You wanna baste it with the drippings. And then this is going to go back into our oven for about 15 more minutes. All right, y'all. So the chicken is out of the oven. Let me go ahead and take this out of this pan. This is really nice looking. So this is black soy sauce chicken that we're going to use for our egg fouillons. St. Louis style egg fouillon. Today is 314 day, y'all. Did you know that? 314 is the zip code in St. Louis. 314 day, I'm making some St. Louis style egg fouillon. This is gonna be good. This is some black soy sauce chicken. So that's sweeter. Black soy sauce is usually sweeter than the salty soy sauce that most of us are used to. But yeah, this is some chicken that I'm gonna debone and put in my main dish. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. All right, so we're gonna make the egg fouillon gravy right now. So you need about a tablespoon of olive oil. It is windy as hell here in St. Louis today, and it's supposed to get windier later on this evening. Which, you know, hey, it's already blowing everything away. That's gonna be bad, ain't it?
Just like that. Might not be doing nothing more.
Right. I got 3 cloves of garlic. I'm going to go ahead and push those in. Get them minced. So we bought a little, what you call that? That you bought a little generator. Just a little bitty solar generator so that we can have power, at least power phones or something, just in case, because that may go out too. You ain't guarantee phones, are we?
No.
So
at least you'll have lights.
But yeah, at least you'll have some light. So that's what we got that for. And we might be needing it come tomorrow, because this wind already is blowing up and the storm is not supposed to be getting here till later on this evening. All right, so you want to cook this until your garlic starts to get a little bit golden brown, and then we're going to add our flour. All right, so now you want to add 1 tablespoon of flour. Mix that around. And you want this to start turning brown. And then I have 1 cup of chicken broth. And you're going to need 1 3/4 cup. Ooh, you can hear the wind. My wind chimes are going nuts out there. All right, now you want to add 1 cup of your broth. Whisk that in. I'm probably going to end up straining this because I can see lumps. But I'm going to whisk this until it starts to thicken. And then I'm going to add some cornstarch mixed into my last 3/4 cup of broth. All right. All right, so I'm going to strain my gravy through here now. You can see all the lumps in there. We don't want that. And it also strained out that garlic, which is fine. All right, next you want to add to your warm broth about 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And then we're going to pour this in and whisk it together. I can hear dogs barking like they going crazy, y'all. They know what's good. Yeah, dogs can sense that.
Yeah, that wind howling like the banshees.
The banshees. I think banshees are like Irish. It's like these spirits that these women, evil women spirits or something. Yeah, it's kind of, you know, everybody got their myths and lore and everything. Okay.
If everybody got one.
Well, you want to add, I guess so. So you want to add about half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of paprika. Ooh, I could see the lights and feel like they was dimming just there. Sprinkle of turmeric, about 1/4 teaspoon. About 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. And about 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. All right, now you want to whisk this together. And I'm going to let this come to a boil. And it should begin to thicken. And it also should begin to clear up a little bit. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper, and my egg fouillon gravy is done. Now we're going to make the egg fouillon. Ooh, that wind ain't playing. It is not. I think it's going to be some severe weather here today. All right, but that looks good. Let me show you what it looked like. You see what I mean when I said it was going to clear up? You can see that's a clear gravy. It look good.
Almost like a demigod.
Mm-hmm. Let me try that. St. Louis style egg fouillon, chicken egg fouillon. 314 there, y'all. That's good. That tastes better than the stuff that be at the restaurants. You want to try this?
No, on the food.
Ooh, it's good. All right, y'all. So let's get to making the chicken egg fouillon. All right, so we're gonna need 6 eggs. 1. Y'all know how it is with me and the egg cracking here. 2. 3. 4. I told you, I knew one of these was gonna give me a shell. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5. And 6. All right, you want to mix that together? All right, now you want to whisk in 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. The wind outside sounds scary. You're gonna whisk it in your cornstarch. Some black pepper. Dash of soy sauce. About a 4th cup of green onions. Teaspoon of sesame oil. And blend it together. All right, so I'm gonna add about a tablespoon actually, of veggie oil. All right, to my skillet, I'm going to add some chicken that we diced and cooked, some onion, and some bean sprouts. These are canned. They did not have the fresh bean sprouts at my store. So I'm gonna let this cook on one side, and then I'm gonna flip it, and then we're gonna add our egg once this gets cooked really nicely. You want everything to be hot when you add your egg. All right, so now I'm going to add half of this egg mixture and just pour it right, I'm trying to get it where you guys can see, right onto my chicken. All right. Push that back around the sides. And then I have my skillet here on a high heat. And I can see my lights are dimming every now and then. Let's hope they stay on. All right, so I'm gonna let this cook on one side, and then I'm gonna flip it. All right, so I'm gonna attempt a flip here. If I can get this under here. Ready. Woo. I'm not gonna let it get the whole thing, but we good. We gonna still eat this. Still egg fouillon. You didn't know. If you did know, now you know moments. Let me turn this heat down a little bit. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna take this out and put this in my pan here and put this in the oven. And that's just in the oven staying warm. All right, put down some olive oil. Okay, cut this down, some green onion and onion. Some bean sprouts. And some chicken. Okay, that. Kind of gather it towards the center here. Okay, look at that chicken. Just what we have for. All right, now you're going to pour on the egg. Kind of gather it all up towards the middle. Ooh, that wind is picking up. Did I close that thing?
What's that? Greenhouse?
Yeah, we took all the stuff out the greenhouse, right?
It's in the garage.
Because that wind ain't playing tonight. All right, so we're going to cook this on one side, let it get cooked on one side, and then we're going to flip it. So you see how I moved all of that up here in the middle? To form a perfect circle. Not perfect, but you know, a circle. What is that? Oh my gosh, what? You heard that? Okay. All right, so I got this on my mitt here. I mean, on my spatula. I'm gonna see if I can get this flipped. There we go. What? Don't be jealous. All right. This is gonna get cooked on the other side, and then I'm gonna put together our egg fouillon gravy, egg fouillon, and rice. Oh, and that nice citrus salad that I made. Citrus cucumber salad. All right, let's serve this up. So let's get a scoop of rice. I just made some white rice. What? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of egg fouillon gravy on top of my rice first. Like so. Look at that. What? I wonder if my husband gets sick of me being like, what? He probably don't, just because it's me. If you said it, he probably would be upset. Okay, so we got one of our eggs fouillon, and then we have our rice. Just to go and throw that bad boy on top of there. Add some more gravy. What? Like this? Like that? And then you want to add just a little bit of chopped green onions. And there you go. St. Louis style chicken egg fouillon with gravy. All right, y'all, like, share, and subscribe. All right, now I'm going to serve up our citrus cucumber salad, ginger citrus cucumber salad. So beautiful. Look how pretty this is. Wow.
Look at him running like a fool.
Because he is one. The wind is going crazy out here. Max is out running in the yard. I'm going to go back there and let you see what he's doing in a minute. But this is the ginger citrus, well, orange ginger cucumber salad. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is what we having for dinner today. We are having this delicious salad and this wonderful chicken, St. Louis style chicken egg fouillon gravy with rice. This is what we having for dinner. What are you having? Like, share, and subscribe as the garden turns. All right, y'all, let's get to making this bread. So what you saw me put in this bowl was 1/4 cup of water, and I mixed that into 2/4 cup of milk, warm, 1 pack of yeast, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Okay, so to my bowl, I want to add 1 egg. And I do not have my mixer out here today. 1.5 cups, 1.5 tablespoons of butter. I'm talking about cups. Mix this up. All right, and then I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour. The rest of the flour that we're going to be adding today is going to be bread flour. So that is 1 cup. Now this is bread flour. That's 2. You want to add a pinch of salt. Go ahead and add another cup of flour. So that'll give us 3 cups of flour. Okay, then we're going to mix this until we can get a ball formed. Let me start using my hand here. All right, so we have a nice ball formed here. So I'm going to knead this dough for about 5 minutes by hand. All right, so I'm done kneading my dough. So I'm going to spray my bowl here. Place it in my dough. Cover it with some plastic wrap at the top. And let it rise for about 1 to 2 hours or until doubled in size. All right, so you're gonna need 5 tablespoons of soft butter. I already got 2 in there, so I just need 3 more. You see how soft that is? Because you want to be able to spread this onto your bread. You're gonna need 3 cloves of garlic minced. And I have my garlic here. Okay, now you want to pinch of salt. A little bit of black pepper. And then you want to mix this together. All right, so I have my dough here. It has risen. I'm going to punch it down. Put it on my flour surface. Wow, that was violent. My hand hit you. And then I have a cupcake pan, a square cupcake pan that I'm going to use to raise my rolls in. They're going to rise in these. All right. Go ahead and put a little more flour here. And then we just going to make this long, elongate this with our hands. And I'm going to give you the measurements in a second. Doing this by hand. Ridge it down. All right, y'all, so I spread this out to 12 by 12 by 12. All right, so then I have some cheddar cheese mix. It's a triple cheddar. And this is some Provel cheese, about 1 cup of each for a total of 2 cups. So first, I want to take my butter. I'm going to take half of it. Place it down on one portion of my dough. And spread it out evenly as you can. On like a third of your dough here. Okay, so now I'm going to spread some cheddar cheese. Actually, put your whole cup of cheddar there. Okay, then you want to fold that over. Take the remaining butter. Put down your Provel. And take this side and fold it over. Pinch your seam here. Okay. Okay, so now we want to cut this up. I got this cut into 6 pieces. Then you want to take each piece and cut that in half. Then you bring your pan forward. Just place your bread down in your pan. And I oil these very well before I place these in. All right, y'all, so we're gonna cover this and let this rise for another hour or so, and then it's gonna go into our oven. All right, so this is our cheesy slider buns for our slow cooker chicken thigh pulled chicken barbecue sandwiches. All right, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, let's see if we can get one of these out of the pan. I'm just loosening up around the sides. Let's hope this comes out. Okay. Here we go, y'all. Cheese garlic bread buns. Slider buns for our chicken crock pot barbecue sandwiches. What? Like, share, and subscribe. Let's do another one before I go. Here we go, number 2. Like, share, and subscribe. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. It's a Garden Turns. So as you saw in the video beforehand, I went out this morning and looked at the damage to see what was, like, you know, torn up, because just last night was terrifying. We went in the basement and we were there for a while with Max, who was pretty calm for it's all the stuff that was going on, all the sounds that we heard. And then, like I said, when I went out this morning, there was not really any damage. I do know that St. Louis County is declaring a disaster, is being declared a disaster area. So I'm not sure what all of the damage is, because I don't really watch like local news anymore. But I know that it was bad. I know it had to be. So, because what we heard here last night and what we experienced was pretty bad. And it was just like extremely high winds here. So, it like blew around stuff on, you know, in the area, blew around. My husband said that at his job, when he got there this morning, first off, they didn't have power. And that the trash cans of the company had been blown like half a mile down the highway, you know. So we didn't really get anything. We should all be happy, the people here who were able to ride this out and still be okay. And I pray for those who were not able to ride this out and are not okay. So, you know, it's like I said, as you can see, we still have power here. And let's just hope it stays that way. I do know, though, that with the way that the weather has been going here lately, that we are in for some horrible weather this spring. Some awful weather. And I know in one of my videos recently, my husband ordered a little solar power generator, just so in case there's an emergency, you don't have power, we can at least power some appliances, you know what I'm saying? Like fans, charge your phones, do stuff like that, just in case of an emergency. You know, you need to have something. So check that video out. And the device was like $120, something like that. So it wasn't even that bad. And it was delivered to your home. And it was through Amazon. And I know that a lot of us are doing the boycotts and all of that. But just buy a generator. Buy you some type of power source so that you don't suffer through this as well. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It's like we just won't, for some reason, address the climate change. And, we're just not making this any better. It's like the earth is crying, it's screaming out, like it's like I need help. And the people who are in charge that make a difference are like, okay, F you, I don't care. If you get my drift. There is something wrong with our weather patterns here in America, in the world. There is something wrong, and we need to acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? But that is me getting on a high horse. We are here to make food today. Okay, y'all? We are here to make food and conversate too. We're going to conversate and make food. But let me tell you what this video here is for. So today is Saturday, of course, that's date night. And we're just going to have a nice date night. And I mean, the fact that we were able to go without losing power, we grateful date night here in St. Louis at my house tonight. Okay. And we're going to be doing some slow roasted, slow cooker, pulled barbecue chicken sliders on homemade cheesy garlic yeasted bread, some fried deviled eggs, a little bit of ranch pasta salad, and for dessert, some quick and easy lemon meringue eclairs. So we're going to use some store-bought things, and then we're going to make our eclairs from scratch. So that's going to give me a lot to do today, and I'm glad to have my mind occupied, because if my mind ain't occupied, it's racing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what do I need to do? What am I going to do? So let's get this chicken on and popping. Okay, y'all. So first, I am one who loves to try to stretch meals. So if you look at my channel, yesterday I did a delicious, I mean, that was some good chicken egg foo young, St. Louis style chicken egg foo young that I made last night. And I used about 3 pieces of chicken. So from that pack of chicken, which we paid probably about $6 for, I got the meal that we had last night that was spectacular, and then we're going to have a meal tonight that is going to be great. And then I'm also going to have some chicken left over from tonight, and I'm going to use it tomorrow in a 1-pot white chicken spaghetti. So you want to tune in for that. So today we're going to do our crock pot or our slow cooker barbecue pulled chicken here. So I have some chicken thighs. Let me see how many I have left here. I'm going to go ahead and place those in my slow cooker here. I'm grabbing a glove because I'm going to have to handle this chicken. And even when you have a glove on, you want to wash your hands in between the handling of your meats, especially chicken, the salmonella and all that. So we have 1 piece, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 pieces of chicken here, and then yesterday we had 3, so we got 8 pieces of chicken, pretty big, nice size chicken thighs here for about $6. So I'm gonna make 3 meals out of that 1 pack of chicken. All right, so we got our chicken all nicely packed down here in our slow cooker bottom. Next, we're gonna add our spices. All right, so I washed my hands. I had to wash my hands. Even though I did have something on them, I still have to wash my hands after handling meat. Okay, so to my chicken here, I have some liquid smoke, and I'm gonna make this where this tastes good in my barbecue and in my white chicken spaghetti tomorrow. And I'm gonna use a triangle spaghetti that I got from Trader Joe's. It should be different. Okay, so I'm gonna put about a tablespoon that I'm gonna spread around on this chicken here of liquid smoke, and you can smell that it smells smoky. You want about a teaspoon of onion powder. All right, we got about 3 cloves of garlic here, and I'm gonna put them through the garlic press. Put these little small ones in there. And then there's also stuff inside here. And I'm using every bit of piece of garlic I can squeeze out of this thing. I love me some garlic. It has like a spice. It is really great for your blood pressure. If you didn't know that is actually true. Garlic is really good for your blood pressure. Okay, so I have about 2 bouillon cubes. Have y'all heard about all the Tesla protests? That people like doing stuff to Teslas on lots, and it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then here in St. Louis, they were protesting up on North Grand at the VA hospital, and I saw that on some news I was watching. For some reason, they had that on there, and they were saying how they were up at the VA protesting. Now, one thing I do know is I used to work for an ambulance company, and we dealt a lot with the VA. And so being up on North Grand, I know that there are a lot of black people that live up there. And the sad part about this is that when I saw those protest coverage, that's a little piece of onion skin there. When I saw the protest coverage, I was like, where are the black people? Like you were in the black neighborhood and there are no black people there. And let's be real, there are black veterans. And so I was like, what is going on, y'all? Where's the black people at these protests? Can somebody tell me where are the black people at the protests? I want to know. If you know, leave a comment. Or you like what's going on? I don't know. I don't know. I thought that was strange that I saw that. And then, so I was putting in some green goddess seasoning and some black pepper. Sometimes I can run my mouth and mess up my ingredients. Okay, so some Creole seasoning. I'm just gonna put a little sprinkle. Yeah, I tell y'all over and over that I just season my things and cook as I go. most of the stuff is not a recipe. You know, like basically like I do have to have like a recipe. This is some chicken broth. I'm gonna put in about a cup or so. If I do have a recipe, it will be like for bread or something, and even sometimes I'll alter that. So yeah, there's that. All right. And then we're gonna add about a cup of water. I'm gonna place the top on here. I'm gonna let this go all day until it's time to make my pulled barbecue chicken. And then we're gonna make the pulled barbecue chicken. And also in this video, you will be seeing those delicious homemade yeasted garlic cheddar or cheddar cheese, Emo's cheese. I don't know what kind of cheese I got. Whatever kind of cheese I got in the refrigerator, buns to go with our pulled chicken, barbecue pulled chicken. All right, y'all, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as we thank the Lord for another day. All right, let's take the chicken out of our crock pot here, and I'm going to divide this up because I want a couple pieces for tomorrow's dinner, and then I want some for today. So we're going to make that pack of chickens stretch. I paid about $8 for the pack of chicken. We're going to make this stretch for 3 meals this week. And I bought 2 of them, so I'm going to do some more chicken meals later on in the week as well. So we have a total of 5 chicken thighs in here. So let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and then we're going to keep some of this broth, actually all of this broth, because I'm going to use this to make our barbecue sauce. All right, y'all, like, share, and subscribe. All right, so I have a cup of chicken broth from our crock pot chicken, and then we have 3 chicken thighs. We're just basically going to remove the bone and like the cartilage pieces, and it just falls right off. There's that piece there. Up. All right, and then I got some onions. Let me get that little piece off of there that I pulled out of the broth. And then I'm gonna use the rest of that broth tomorrow when I make my 1-pot white chicken spaghetti. All right, so I'm gonna place this over a low heat and let this chicken fall apart just a little bit more. Then I'm gonna add some barbecue sauce and honey, and this is gonna be done. All right, y'all, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so we need to add 1 tablespoon of honey. This is a half. This is raw honey. And about a 1/2 cup of barbecue sauce. All right, so I'm gonna let this come to a boil, and then I'm gonna lower it down and let it simmer. I might add a little bit more barbecue sauce to this, maybe about a 1/2 cup more. So a cup of barbecue sauce. I told you guys I cook as I go along. And then we're just gonna let this cook down. And then we're gonna eat it. All right, y'all, don't forget, again, you know what I'm gonna say. Like, share, and subscribe. All right, y'all, so we're gonna serve up dinner. Let me grab 2 of my rolls, my slider buns. slice them open. Look at that. You can see the cheese in there. Then I'm going to take some of my pulled chicken. And then we have some ranch pasta salad. Y'all, this is what we are having for dinner tonight. We have some crock pot barbecue chicken, pulled chicken, homemade cheesy rolls, and some ranch pasta salad. All right, y'all, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna make a everybody, welcome to my channel as Gore and Turns. Today is what is today? Monday?
It is Monday.
Today is Monday. So they already called my husband in to work tomorrow, so he's gonna be going to work tomorrow. All right, so what we're gonna be making in this video here today is a one-pot white chicken pasta. And the pasta that we're gonna be using today is this spaghetti. It's a triangolette pasta from Trader Joe's. They're shaped like little triangles. All right, and then I have chicken that we had this week. We're going to be doing 3 meals with it. This is the second meal with our chicken. The first meal was some pulled chicken sandwiches on Friday. So what I added to this pot so far has been about a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm going to add half of a medium onion chopped and 3 cloves of garlic minced. So we were working out in the yard today. We went on a trip today. You guys look out for that video. We went to the old DePaul Hospital on North Kings Highway.
Yep, that's on 15.
He was born there, y'all. That's why he was born.
In 1974. That's why you got to talk when you're talking about 1974.
Yeah, I don't agree. But, you know, whatever floats his boat. Now, I have 2 pieces of chicken that we cooked in our slow cooker on, was that Friday? I'm looking here. It was Friday. It was Saturday. You know what? This is meal number 4, y'all. Because I made chicken egg fouillon on Friday. I made slow cooker pulled barbecue sliders on Saturday. And then today I'm doing the white chicken spaghetti. And then I said that, yeah. So, yeah, this is the 3rd meal here. All right, also, I have the broth that was refrigerated here from the chicken when I made it on Friday, or Saturday, I mean. So go ahead and add that. That's basically about 2 cups of chicken broth. And I'm going to let that get nice and melted. And then it's also going to boil this chicken here. All right. So I'm going to let this come to a boil, and then I'm going to add my pasta. All right, so we put a new sitting area out in the yard, too, when we were out there working. I'm going to have to show you guys that. It's really nice. I'm probably going to go out there tonight and sit in there. It's kind of chilly outside, but since we got that out there now, I'm going to want to go outside a lot. I want to go outside anyway when it's plants and stuff back there. In the winter, and it's mostly in the winter. I don't really like being outside. But when there are flowers in my garden, I am happy. So my grandmother was a gardener. She wasn't like a trained gardener or anything like that, but she had a beautiful garden, and her home was picked for a movie. Her home was picked for the movie, what's the name of the movie? Larger Than Life, and it starred Bill Murray. And it was about him trying to move an elephant across the United States or something like that, I think. But he came out and met my grandma and my cousin, and they recorded him and everything. He was really nice. But she had a nice garden. She had a beautiful garden. And the people that were out like scouting for scenes, they needed a nice garden. And they were out scouting areas for like the prettiest garden. And hers won. So hers was in the movie. All right. So look at this pasta. This is a triangle shaped pasta. Let me see. Can we get that to focus? Yeah, you can't see that. I'm gonna make it where you can see it though. Let me see. There it is. Look at that. That's a triangle. Ain't that cool? Trader Joe's, y'all cool. Okay. My fingernails look awful, and they are clean, y'all. It just look like that. I have a. What was that?
What?
It sounded like I heard something explode back there.
That?
It was not that. It was a loud noise. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. So now I'm going to add my pasta. Nice couple handfuls. I am not going to break this up. I'm just going to throw this in there like so. Because it's breaking up on its own. All right. And happy St. Patrick's Day. I don't celebrate it for real, but I know that there are people who do. So happy St. Patrick's Day. What is the next holiday coming up?
Holiday?
It must be Easter. And then y'all, for our 30th anniversary, we are going. So I never got to go to my prom, and he didn't go to prom either. So I am going to be having a 30th wedding anniversary prom, and it's just gonna be me and him. We just need to be alone. It's gonna be me and him. I'm gonna fix up our yard. It's gonna be nice, and we're gonna have a wonderful 30th anniversary prom. But I do have a favor. What do they serve at proms? Since I've never been, I want to know what kind of food did you eat at your prom? I want to know that. What kind of food?
Food at proms?
Yeah, I think they serve food at prom.
Oh, I thought that was at the after party. When you go to the hotel and all that.
I thought that they had like food that they had because they be like in hotels. They be at hotels and stuff. I think they do, yeah. I don't know. But if they do, what did y'all have? What did you eat? Did you go out to a fast food restaurant? What did y'all have? What would you suggest that we have for our 30th anniversary prom? 30 years, y'all. He's 50 and I'm 48. He's 51. I'm going to be 49. I'm going to be 50 next year. So this is going to be our 30 years of marriage anniversary. So all right, so I'm gonna let this come to it's already coming to a boil. I'm gonna let this simmer until most of this liquid dissolves, and then we're gonna finish up my pasta, my one pot chicken pasta. You said what? That's what I'm asking. Do me a favor and let me know. Leave a comment below and let me know what did you eat at your prom, because I want to know, because we're gonna have us a 30th anniversary prom here at my house. So yeah, do me a favor. And then while you're doing that, also don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. And follow, so you can follow me while I prepare for my 30th wedding anniversary and prom that I never attended. What? All right. Like, share, and subscribe. All right. So you also want to add another cup of water, which I already added. I also added 2 bouillon cubes, as you can see here, chicken bouillon. And now you want to let the water dissolve. I'm so excited about having a prom that I had forgot to tell y'all that. Yeah, I came up with this idea of having my own prom because I really did want to go to prom. I was planning on going. I wasn't planning on going with him, but I was planning on going to prom, and I just didn't get to do that.
Get me a nice
suit. Yeah,
be flat.
I'm going to do it now.
Flat.
And I'm gonna find a nice dress and shoes, and I'm gonna fix up my new sitting area so we can have it outside, and it's gonna be lit up and nice and pretty. And yeah, I'm gonna have some kind of way. I'm probably have somebody come take photos and then get the hell out of the house, you know. And then I'm gonna share it with y'all.
iPhones got timers on the camera.
Oh, okay.
Then it's just the selfie side of it.
A little bit black pepper. Yeah, I'm gonna do something because I'm gonna share us preparing and all of that, because I want that to be. I want people to know that we love each other. This is a true love story. You know, we've been through so much, and it's just it's a lot. It's a lot, and I love my husband a lot. So, yeah. All right, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and then again, leave me a note and let me know what you had for prom. What?
I said I love wifey.
Okay. All right, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. All right, you can see that most of the liquid has absorbed. So I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of milk. A couple tablespoons of butter. And then this is some sharp cheddar snack cheese that I had in the refrigerator. So you can just use stuff that you have laying in your refrigerator to make meals. And then I have a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And I'll put about a fourth of a cup. And then mix this up and let everything melt down and blend together and get nice and melty. And then we're gonna eat this. This is what we have for dinner. And then what's gonna go along with this is some garlic cheese buns that I made to go with our rotisserie chicken. That was also one of the meals that I made with the chicken pack. So we are making meals from meals.
Yep.
So. And then join me tomorrow because I'm gonna do a carrot cake. It's gonna be delicious. It's gonna be a 2-layer carrot cake with homemade cream cheese icing. And I think tomorrow, do you want the ham biscuits and gravy with sour cream and onion biscuits, or do you want the crispy fish sandwiches?
We just did fish, didn't we?
Yeah, they'll be on Thursday because, you know, we was in that Lent season here.
Let's do the ham.
Yeah, I'll do the biscuits. So we're going to do biscuits and gravy tomorrow with some carrot cake for dessert. So, yeah, I want to join me for that tomorrow. What's going to go with them biscuits and gravy? Let me see here. Probably some... No, it's just ham. That's just a whole meal. Ain't biscuits and gravy is a meal.
Biscuits and gravy is a meal.
Yeah. Some fruit. I'm probably going to have some fruit, like some oranges and grapes and strawberries. That's what I had. I've been eating grapes. I was eating grapes on over the weekend. All right, so I'm going to let this get all melted and done, and then we're going to serve it up. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so our pasta is done. Look at that. Ooh, creamy chicken pasta. And then here is the bread that I made Sunday. Or was that Friday? So it was Saturday. It was Saturday. Cheese bread. I don't know if I have this posted yet. If I don't have this posted, it'll be posted soon. But these are the cheese breads that I made on Saturday. Serve this up, and we just gonna have some pasta and bread for dinner tonight. All right, here is the creamy chicken pasta with our delicious homemade cheese bread, garlic cheese bread. This is the 3rd meal that we made with that chicken that we bought. So I'm going to do a video with this meal alone, and then I'm going to do one with all 3 of the chicken dishes so that you can make those 3 dishes at home and budget your food just like I do. And then have delicious food like this. All right, like, share, and subscribe.